Hello there, and welcome back to Monday in the Bacon Bunker. This is Big Bacon's Collection, and I'm your host, Big Bacon. Monday, how do we get over a bad case of the Mondays? We declassify the classified. Today, we're going to be looking at the Target exclusive Special Mission Cobra Island Barbecue. Now, this is one of only. Well, no, I did not find this. Okay, perhaps I should reiterate that. I waited patiently for the day this actually released at Target. On that day, it became available for direct order, not pre-order, on their website. So I jumped on there, ordered it real quick. It's one of the few figures that didn't sell out over and over. And yeah, I got it 2 days later in the mail. The day after that, I actually went to a Target and found multiples of him there. So this figure was not terribly hard to come by. Now, as far as character selection, I remember barbecue. I actually had a vintage barbecue back in the day. One of the few I remember actually getting from my parents. So this character actually holds a special place in my heart. I love this guy. He's special. Now, the orange reddish color is a lot brighter here than it was on the original. But the look, just looking at it without touching it right now, there's no debating, no arguing. You obviously immediately know this is barbecue. So as with all of our figures, we're going to look at the accessories, we're going to look at the figure, we're going to check his articulation, gear him up, and get him up on the shelf. So, he comes with a hose. Now the 80s versions came with that same rubbery hose with a hole in it that always warped and ended up with a permanent crease and got lost. And this time they gave us a harder plastic hose. But it is very pliable. It moves. You can bend it around. It's got peg holes that actually fasten, not just slip on, but fasten over the attachment points. I love what they've done with this hose. He comes with the backpack. Now, this is similar but different to his vintage version. His original one was like one big tank with a couple small tanks on the side. This one is like an actual tank holder. Like there's apparatus in here that combines the chemicals in here and feeds it through the attachment point to the hose. Like this is actually supposed to be fire suppressant. Oh, that's nice. Got a little pegged in area here, which we will take a look at here in a little bit. Got a standard peg for the back. Now I wish that they had contoured this, and you'll see the reason why here in a little bit. Comes with his fire suppressor weapon. Peg on the back for the hose to actually attach to. Have an actual spray nozzle with a hole, so you could, in theory, put a blast effect in there, but it wouldn't make sense. I love the design on this grip. It gives it that, I don't know, that old school sporting style pistol grip look. All in all, it's a very nice looking piece. And as I said before, the hose actually firmly pegs onto it. It doesn't just slide off. It has to actually peg and click into place. And the same goes true with the backpack. So we have an entire fire suppression system right here. He comes with his traditional hand axe. Now the sculpt on this is a lot more modern than the original ones. The fact that they even gave this thing a second coat of paint, gave it some paint detail, I love that. Window smashing, finger protecting, windshield breaking. A lot of people have keychains or things like that that have these on them and they don't know what they're for. These will actually break safety glass. This Yeah, I mean, if it's just standard glass, you could put your fist through that very easily. But why would you? It's not like you don't have anything else that can do the job. Then he comes with the mother of all axes, the fire axe. A Walking Dead character's dream come true because you don't have to reload it. Once again, the sculpt on this is similar to the hand axe. It's a much more modern take on it than just the old wooden handle, small fitted top. Has a paint detail. Less than the small one, but still the fact that they gave it one is amazing. And this thing here, that we said we'd talk about later, is designed to actually fit. Don't make me look like a liar. Designed to fit in there. Mine seems to have tightened up from nothing being in there. There you go. You can actually carry the axe on the backpack. How sweet is that? How cool. But me, we're not going to do that. So that's it for the accessories. Let's get on to the figure. So, he's got his traditional gray helmet, gray shoulder guards, down to a breather tank. That is the crux of the character's look. That and the color are what this character is known for. The head sculpt looks like it is actually a protective helmet. Goes all the way around. Have a silver paint detail with a gloss black visor. Black hoses to allow for airflow on this side. It's all done in sort of like a semi-metallic gunmetal gray. Now the shoulder pads and this chest piece are in a not so glossy, not so metallic gray. Peg hole in the back. Now this here is an overlay. This whole thing here is one piece of soft rubbery plastic that goes over the body. Now from what I see here, it looks like this is another reuse of the Firefly torso, but painted in, firefighter red. The coloration on this is darker than what's around it. The elbow pads match it. The knee pads match it. And the inverse of the gloves match it. The backs of the gloves and looks like the boots themselves actually match more with the helmet than anything else. Have an oxygen tank here on the front. Even has a gauge on it. I have no idea what these are supposed to be. As a firefighter, you really wouldn't be going into combat with ammo on your chest. Because God forbid it heats up. That's going to be a bad situation. Got these bulky heat-resistant gloves on. These are not a reuse of the Ducans. Thank goodness. So, that's the figure. Oh, he does have a holster over on this side for the nozzle piece for his backpack. And then he's got this little strap thing here on this side. And we'll take a look at that here in a few minutes. Got a couple of straps up here on the upper arms, pouch on one side, some sort of emblem on the other. All in all, it looks pretty good. Now, looking at this protective gear, you see it's been in some shit. Now, as far as the paint goes, yeah, this piece is actually cast in the orange and then painted. And you can see where the gray did not quite cover all of the orange up front there. Same thing with the back. Looks like this was supposed to be gray as well, but it does not come down. These were probably meant to be gray as well. Here's some more texturing, more damage. I mean, he's been through some shit. Gloves are looking pretty good. Boots have Sorry about that. I just sneezed, and I'm glad I actually managed to pause before I did that. So as I was saying, the boots are in pretty good shape. I love the look of these boots. I would own a pair of these boots, but I say that a lot. So let's move on to some articulation. He's got a ball joint on top of a hinge, and then the neck itself is also on a hinge, and it appears as though the neck has twisted. There we go. Yep, the neck itself moves. The head moves itself on top of it. See if I can get the neck straight in there. And there we go. So looking up, he's got great up. He's got some decent down, but this chest piece does get in the way there. He's got tilt, amazing tilt, and the head rotates. Shoulders are on butterfly joints, but those are limited by the shoulder armor a bit. Arm pegs all the way around. Once again, sorry about that. My allergies are acting up like you wouldn't believe. So, as I said, the arm goes all the way around. Actually hinges up to 90 degrees. Have a bicep cut for rotation. Double jointed elbow, but because of the sculpt on the gloves and the arm strap there, that's all the farther up it's going to go. Hands rotate. Left hand, which on this case is the weapon holding hand, is a vertical hinge. Right hand rotates and is not hinged. Oh, it's also on a vertical hinge. It just does not want to move well, and I'm afraid I'm stressing the peg. There is a torso cut, but because of this heavy overlay, you're never going to be able to actually make it crunch. There is a waist pivot point, allows for some forward and back, a little bit of side to side, and rotation. Drop down hip, allows the holster side to come out to 90 as long as you don't have the weapon in. Come forward really well. Let's get that holster down a little bit while we're here. Come forward pretty good. Feeling really kind of, if you look, I'm getting a stress point there on that peg. So I need to hit some shock oil on that peg point. There is a thigh cut for rotation. Double jointed knee. Comes up all the way. Rowboat, be proud. Boot cut for rotation. Foot hinges back. Yeah, boot cut. I don't know if that was on camera or not. Foot hinges back that far. Forward that far. Front facing pin for rocker. So, let's get this guy geared up. Yeah, I've drawn some recent inspiration from somewhere on how I'd like to display this guy. If we can get him into the pose. And because of how gummy some of these joints here are, I don't know if I'll be able to do that. Okay, we'll get the backpack on him real quick. And that's what I was saying about the texture, or the backpack. It pushes way back at the bottom. Leaves a huge gap. Not really liking that. Gonna get this into the holster here. Okay. A little bit further. There we go. Let's get the big hand. The big one in the right hand. Small one in the left. These hands are stiff, so trying to get them to cooperate is like trying to get Congress to work together. And I think we have it. There we are. So there he is, the Cobra Island Target exclusive barbecue. So let's get this guy up on the shelf. Well, he will stand friendly like next to the Sith Trooper and actually block some of him. Which, let's be fair, I'm okay with. And there we have it. Once again, thanks for tuning in. Be sure to subscribe, like, share, comment, hit that notification bell, and I'll see y'all next time.